Hello, and thank you so much for joining on this evening. We're going to be doing two presentations. I'm super excited. So we're going to do two little mini classes, and one of them is going to be on using oils on your skin for skincare. And I've got Vanessa Perk, who is on my team, and I'm super excited because she is incredible at coming up with different skincare regimens. And sometimes I'll send her a Marco Polo, and she'll tell me some of the different stuff that she has on and the masks that she makes, and I'm always in awe. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. And she's also a health coach. And am I saying that right?
Yeah, holistic nutritionist, health coach. It's kind of
Holistic nutritionist, health coach. She's an incredible baker. She does like baked goods that are all natural and healthy. And one thing I love about Vanessa is she practices what she preaches. So I always know that she's going to be living her truth, which I love. So Vanessa, I'm going to mute myself and let you take it away.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, tonight I'm going to give you two recipes of products that I use all the time, and I absolutely love them. So if you want to grab a pen and a paper so you can write this stuff down. If you are driving or something like this and you can't, write it down like Jen said, it's recorded so you can watch it back. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is carrier oils. And or I guess that maybe I'll talk about why I make my own stuff. I really like to control the ingredients that I am putting into my products. Because I'm a holistic nutritionist, what I put on my skin is just as important as what I put into my body. So I really, really like having control of what I'm putting in my products. And then also our skin changes throughout the season. So I live in Ontario, Canada. So we are having really hot, dry summers. And then in the winter time, it's really cold. And then it's also very drying to our skin. So I will make different serums and different skincare products based on what the weather's doing and how my skin is reacting to it. And then also as we age, our skin changes as well, and it has different needs. And even through different stages like our hormones during our monthly cycles. So the essential oils are so perfect because there's so many different uses and they're very versatile, and we really can have a really great little kit of oils to use for our skin. So I'll talk to you about, like I said, the carrier oils, and I'm just going to give you a few of my top carrier oils that I like to use. And then the type of skin that they're good for, and any kind of beneficial properties that they have. So the first one is rosehip oil. So this is really good for dry skin. Be careful, it does stain. So just watch it with your clothing, or if you're putting it on your face at nighttime, maybe put a towel or something like that on your pillowcase so you're not ending up staining your pillowcase if that is something that matters to you. It's really high in omegas 3, 6, and 9, and it aids in elasticity of the skin, and it's really nourishing. So it's going to really help with that skin, like the cell and tissue regeneration. So this is one that I reserve for in the winter time because my skin isn't really dry in the summer. It really is one that I just have for wintertime use. And this one, for recipes, you want to do about a 20 to 30% ratio in your products. So you'll see kind of when I make up, or when I show you how to make up your own facial serum, you're going to just do, like I said, the 20 to 30%. I'm not giving you exact drops or tablespoon measurements. So just kind of know that that's how you're going to work your math out. Sea buckthorn oil is the next one that I'll talk about. It also stains, but it's really great for all skin types, and it's really high in omegas 3, 6, 7, and 9. And 7 is really hard to come by in our diet, so getting it from sea buckthorn oil is amazing for the skin. It neutralizes free radicals, and it's high in vitamin C, and it's also really great for any kind of inflammatory skin condition like eczema and psoriasis. You're going to want to use this one at under 10% ratio though, so not a whole lot. Argan oil is the next one, and it's great for all skin types. It's toning, regenerative, protective. It's high in omega 6 and 9. and as well as vitamin E. So really, really great for the skin. And you're gonna wanna use that one at about a 50 to 80% ratio. Then there's evening primrose oil. It's really great for dry skin. You wanna store that one in the fridge because it's very sensitive and it will go rancid quite quickly. It's high in all fatty acids, great for anti-aging, damaged skin, inflamed skin. So that's another one that I reserve for the winter time. And then jojoba oil, and it's great for all skin. And the interesting thing about jojoba oil is that oil is the closest to our own sebum that our skin produces. So it absorbs amazingly well. And it's great for all skin types. And it's probably also one of the more cost-effective and easier to come by oil. And you can use that one at 100% or 30, 80%, whatever kind of one you're looking for. But if you just wanted to start off with one oil, that's the oil that I would try. And then from there, you can kind of add in the other one as you want to start playing around. I tend to get these oils all certified organic because we do not want pesticides, fungicides, all of those kinds of chemicals within these products. They're concentrated just like the essential oils. We really want to make sure that they're really clean. You can buy them like really good companies off of Amazon or health food stores. And that's pretty much it for the carrier oils. And then, so I'll tell you my go-to recipe right now that I'm making for this time of year. And I get these little dropper bottles off of Amazon. It's a 30 ml. And yeah, I'll tell you my recipe. So right now I'm doing 70% jojoba oil. So I guess the first thing I'll tell you is always add your essential oils to your bottles first and then fill up with your carrier oils. Because if you do your carrier oils and all of a sudden you're at the top, you don't have any more room for your essential oils, right? And you're kind of going, no, I need to take some carrier oil out. So do your essential oils first. So I guess I'll do those. Yarrow Pom is my absolute favorite right now for my skin. If you haven't used it yet, it's incredible. It's moisturizing. It's really soothing to the skin, regenerative. It makes my skin feel really soft and supple as well. So it's definitely one of my favorites. So I do 30 drops of Yarrow Pom, 30 drops of turmeric. This one might not be a very common one that people are putting in their serums or any of their skincare products, but I absolutely love it for inflamed skin and just creating a youthful glow. It's for me, cheeks can sometimes get really inflamed if I eat too much chocolate. Chocolate and me don't go together, and as a baker, that's it's always so challenging. So with taste testing and that kind of stuff. So this one is my best friend because if I have, or even say you get a pimple or something that pops up, putting a drop of that right on the pimple will really, really reduce the redness quite quickly. So I did 30 drops of that one, and I do 20 drops of frankincense. Of course, you have to include frankincense in all your skincare products, and then 20 drops of lavender. And then I add to that 70% of the remaining area of the bottle is jojoba oil, and then I do 10% sea buckthorn and 10% argan. And this will last me months and months, like probably spring through to fall, and then by the time I'm done going through this bottle, it will be time for me to make my winter one. And you do not need much at all. Like I will do, if I pull out this much, I'm doing just kind of the very tip, and that's enough for my skin. If I do too much more than that, then it is too heavy and too oily. But I do that morning and night. And then I also wanted to share this recipe with you because I absolutely love this. We grow a lot of food as well, and when it's hot and I'm sweaty and I'm all dirty from working in the garden, I love having these little facial wipes. I can come in and I can clean my skin multiple times through the day, because when you're sweating and you kind of have out in the garden and I'm like, and I know dirt on my face and stuff like that, it clogs the pores. So I really want to get my face clean throughout the day so that it's staying free from acne. So this is just a little mason jar, and what I've done is I've added 2 tablespoons of witch hazel. So with your witch hazel, you want to make sure that it's a super clean witch hazel. So get it unscented. It should have 1 or 2 ingredients in it. You can pick it up at Walmart, kind of in their like skincare first aid type section. Then I added a tablespoon of jojoba oil. You can also do fractionated coconut oil as well. And then 2 tablespoons of filtered water. And then I added 4 drops of lavender and 4 drops of tea tree. And then I just took about 20 organic cotton facial rounds and just shoved it in the liquid, and then it soaks it all up. And then, like I said, I just take one and clean my face all off throughout the day. And you can even use it at nighttime to take makeup off. And it's not drying. It's really nice and moisturizing for the skin. And it's just, once again, it's a great way to control the ingredients. When you're buying the facial wipes from the store, they're loaded with alcohol, which is super drying to the skin. They have tons of chemicals and perfumes in them. So making your own is a really great option. And that's pretty much it. Those are my 2 go-tos. And I absolutely love them. Yarrow, like use it as an eye cream just by itself. Yeah, and then even like the jojoba and the argan, you can put it in your hair as a hair mask. They're so versatile, these products. So yeah, get to know them, have fun, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I love your recipes, and I loved all of the information that you had about, because essential oils are great, and I love doTERRA's oils, but there's a lot of good add-ins that you can use, and I loved the idea of the different things that you recommended. So thank you. All right, so I need to pull open my notes. So now I want to talk about outdoors. So honestly, the reason I wanted to include Vanessa on this is I'm telling you that when I go outdoors more is when my skin struggles more, because a lot of times I'm going somewhere with a different climate because we camp a lot. And, I'll leave my house and I get there, my lips are drying out, my face is drying out, and then I'll go somewhere else and I feel like I'm like a puddle of sweat all over my face. So it's nice to hear different things that you can do for your skin, because I think at the end of the day, being outdoors and experiencing different climates is what can really make things shift with your skin. So I'm excited because Vanessa and I are going to continue doing some monthly meetings. So this will be good. All right. So I'm going to pull open my notes so now I can't see myself, which is fine, for some of my favorite things for the great outdoors. So now I'm going to give you some ideas for things that you would do, like if you're just doing like a hike or like a little day trip. I definitely don't get as carried away with how many oils I bring as if I'm going to be going on a camping trip. So one thing that I always have with me is my On Guard hand sanitizing spray. I love that because it's a quick and easy way to sanitize your hands, whether you have to have a potty stop somewhere and there's no sanitizer there, or for me, if there is sanitizer, I don't like using traditional hand sanitizer, so I want to be able to have one that is going to be clean for my body and not just putting in, killing the good bacteria and stuff. So I love my On Guard hand sanitizing spray. And it's also good to have on board because you can clean with it as well if you need to. So not that this is an outdoor thing, but I've actually sprayed toilet seats before with my On Guard sanitizer spray. Like if it looks like it's disgusting, I will get a massive wad of toilet paper. So I'm not touching anything on that toilet seat. And I will spray the sanitizer all over it, and then I will wipe it down and huck the toilet paper. So, and a lot of times when I find these gross toilets is usually when I'm camping or at a national park or something like that. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I always have that with me. I always like to have doTERRA's TerraShield. Now, sometimes people will say they don't feel like TerraShield works as well as they would like. For me and my family, we've had really great luck with it. I haven't need to venture out into anything else. The TerraShield has always done the trick for me. But another recipe that works really well, and you can use some witch hazel in this as well. I know Vanessa had talked a little bit about witch hazel. And that's actually a really great thing to have on hand, is a good quality witch hazel. So you could make your own, and you just get a spray bottle, and you could do eucalyptus, lavender, lemongrass, arborvitae, cedarwood, and tons of purify. So I'll say that one more time. So it's eucalyptus, lavender, lemongrass, arborvitae, cedarwood, and purify. So 6 oils. You can make your own insect repellent. Again, TerraShield works great for me. And one thing you can do is add those to your TerraShield. So if you have like a bottle, you can add more oils to it that will help to just give the TerraShield a little bit of a boost if you feel like it needs it. For me, again, TerraShield works great. One thing that I've done is I got an even bigger spray bottle that holds like 2 ounces. And I dumped a couple of bottles of TerraShield in there so that I have a big spray bottle so it doesn't run out as quickly. We are big campers, and by campers, I mean glampers, because I don't go camping unless it's in my camper. But it's still, we're enjoying the outdoors. And that's something I always keep in my camper. Okay, so back to a hiking or just a day trip. One thing I like to do is get a keychain. If you've seen those keychains that hold 8 little sample vials in them, that is a really good thing to take with you on your hike. So grab your sanitizing spray for sure. Always have that. And then you can have your oils with you. So for things for hiking that I really like, Deep Blue. Because sometimes I'll be hiking and I'm like, okay, I've gone straight downhill for 2 miles now, and I know that tomorrow that my legs are going to be feeling this. If you get Deep Blue on there ahead of time, a lot of times you're not as sore afterwards. I always have helichrysum with me. Helichrysum can stop bleeding, and it is incredible for cleansing as well. So if I ever get a cut or a scrape, something like that, like I was in Canada, I don't know if you can see this, but I have a little scar on my hand. I slipped and fell. And I immediately put tea tree oil on it and helichrysum, because the tea tree disinfects it and the helichrysum stops the bleeding, which is really awesome. So those are some things I would have like in your little keychain for sure. I always like lavender. Roman chamomile can be another good one, especially if you come into contact with like poison ivy or something like that is going to be irritating to your skin. I always like to get some lavender on that. So I always like to have lavender with me. And then, if you want, you can mix your lavender and melaleuca together, but I like having lavender, melaleuca, helichrysum, my TerraShield, and my sanitizing spray. So like when I'm camping, what do I have in my camper? I always have my TerraShield. I have several things of On Guard hand sanitizer, because we do have a sink and we do wash our hands, but we are limited on how much water we can use in our camper and how much water our gray water gets filled up pretty quickly. So, a lot of times I'll tell my kids, if your hands don't look disgusting, use the On Guard hand sanitizer. I mean, we are camping. We can't be too clean, right? But I always want to make sure they're killing the germs. That's super important to me. And if they're sticky or gross, we're washing hands. But I always have that hand sanitizer in the camper. And then I have everything that you would find in a Family Essentials kit in my camper. And I just have a little neoprene case that holds several oils in there. And, some of the basics that you're going to want are like digestin, because sometimes when you're camping, you're eating stuff that maybe you're not eating at home, or, we oftentimes camp with other people, and other people are cooking, which is great, but so maybe my stomach isn't as used to it. So having digestin is always really good. And I always recommend having some digest tabs. Another stomach remedy that I love that isn't doTERRA is just some good organic apple cider vinegar. I love that for my stomach, because like I was actually camping we were in a cabin right outside of Yellowstone, and my stomach was like, I was curled in a ball. Like it hurts so bad. It's like this, it's like heartburn, but I don't know that it's really heartburn. It's not like I have to run to the bathroom. It's not like I'm nauseous, but my stomach it just hurts. So I drank a little bit of apple cider vinegar, took a digest tab, and rubbed some digestin on my stomach, and it got better so quickly. I was super happy about it. So make sure you always have your digestin. Lavender. So again, if you're getting any sort of a burn, or you get burned on the, holding like roasting marshmallows or something like that, having lavender is always super important. I always want something that can disinfect any sort of a cut or a scrape. So again, I always have my tea tree with me. On Guard is good, especially because when you're camping, most of the time you're not getting great sleep. And so I want to be able to continue to strengthen and support my immune system. So I have that On Guard with me. And then I do always have lemon and On Guard, lemon as well, because I have a little glass spray bottle in my camper that I make my own cleaner with, so I can spray off my counters and my little table. And I just mix lemon, On Guard, and water. So I make my own cleaner. And it's nice because if I ever run out, which I do frequently, I can just make up my own using my oils. Always have Deep Blue because I always tend to get sore when I'm camping because I definitely don't sleep as well as when I'm at home. And those are definitely some of my basics. So my biggest thing and my biggest tip for using your oils is to have them so they're accessible. You know, maybe if you know that you're going to use a certain blend frequently, mix it up in a glass spray bottle. Make sure that you're taking your oils high. Are you going to come say hi with me? Do you like camping?
Mm-hmm. Did you have candy?
This is my youngest. No, I think you had candy. Anyway.
Do you have candy?
No, you cannot have candy. Sorry. Here comes Dad running in here. I think Maddox interrupts every single one of these that I do. That's great. Every single one. But have it so that your oils are accessible. You know, for me, when we bought our camper, I bought a set of oils that stays in my camper. I have a convenient case so that everything is there. I also have, you know, like my sanitizer ready to go. And I actually set it out next to the sink in my little bathroom, you know, in my camper so that my kids know, oh, I could use this hand sanitizer. And then you know, if we're ever going to go on a hike or whatever, or a lot of times we'll go right on a UTV, I always toss my oils in my bag because you never know what's going to happen. And more than once, I've been able to help other people with my oils while we're camping. It's not always just me that I'm helping. So those are some of my quick outdoors and oil tips. Peppermint is another one for cooling down. If you ever get a fever, or if you get a sunburn, it sounds like it would hurt, but if you mix peppermint and lavender together and put it on your sunburn, it is incredible. It works really, really well. So some of my favorite things for outdoors. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the outdoors as much as I do. I really do love it. And I'm going to now start taking Vanessa's, some of her skin serums that she makes because that sounds incredible. But anyway, thank you so much for joining on, and be looking for future online classes that we're going to be doing. We'll be doing one a month, and it'll be fun to share more of what we know with you. So thank you so much. And thanks, Vanessa, for being on.